It has been a very long time. Uh, I'm not going to make any promises that I'll keep making videos, but let's just say I might. And I think it's time that I simplify some of what I've done in the past, reflecting upon the windmill that still gets views from 5 years ago. And some of my other builds, not so much, but that could just be because I've been doing one or two videos every year at this point, and maybe I should be a little more consistent. But again, we're not making any promises. But for today, mind you, I have something simple, very simple, extremely simple. And that is kind of a small castle manor fort thing that I, wanted to share. I had fun with it. I wanted to do something different. In fact, I wanted to do that build over there, but it seemed like it would have taken too long, and maybe in the future we can do something a little more difficult. But this is what I had in mind. So this is the castle, and the inside, very simple, straightforward. In fact, I was thinking about changing the layout a bit, but for right now it works. Got the little anvil there, kitchen set there, two little armor stands, chest. Go upstairs, got a little balcony, you can look over the edge behind us, you can see a nice little bedroom. Again, onto the wall, kind of defend yourself a bit. And unfortunately, the ugliest part, of course, is the staircase. We could just do a ladder, but I didn't want to. So climb all the way up to the top. There we go. We can see right over. But, and that's what I have for us today, and we shall begin. So before we begin building, I've taken the liberty to break down the palettes of materials that we'll be using. That is, this one being the basic overall structure material, and then this side being the details. The details are optional, and in fact I might not do a lot of the details. I'll probably do the fence posts in certain areas, but like all this mossy stone and cracked brick, that's just placement. It does make the building stand out in a much different way, I will say that, because just straight solid stone brick doesn't look great. But moving on, we're going to grab some polished andesite and some cobblestone. For the floor layout, we're going to do the outside first and then kind of work our way in. So just pick the front. We're going to be working on the very beginning, which will be the front gate, so just follow along with me. I'm going to place an andesite block there, space, another space, and then another polished andesite there, and we're going to go over from either right or left. 1, 2, 3, 4, space, andesite. Now I'm just going to fill in this rectangle, and then again for behind this one we're going to do a classic 3x3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to put our polished andesite in these corners and then fill in with the cobblestone. So you should have something that looks like this. I will show an overall floor layout plan just to make it a little bit simpler too afterwards. Now from this point we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight back, and then we're going to go over 1, 2, 3, 4 andesite, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So just make sure you count them out as you go, because a lot of this build should mirror, and if your blocks aren't lining up then you did something wrong, and I've done something wrong many times. But we're going to mirror this onto that side, going over 5. Or excuse me, 6. And then we're going to go down 3. 5. Fill it in. Next, we're going to square off this large square here. It's what is this, 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to place a polished andesite, cut that off, and then throw in the cobblestone. We're almost done with the floor plan. So from the very front gate, we're going to go to the left, or at least my right, I should say. We're going to come out 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Make it like a little extra half square here. Use some cobblestone there and there, also there and there. And then your andesite like so. That should give you a design like that. And then on the big square, We're going to come up to it. We're going to go up, over, in one, I should say, and then up one, and then up another. Place your andesite, some cobblestone. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1. Put it the andesite, but instead of doing the row of cobble, we're going to put andesite there as well, and then cobble in between. There you go. You have your floor plan ready, or at least the outline of the floor plan. The middle spots we will adjust. Next, I'm going to get my birch planks, my stripped birch log, and stone bricks. We're just going to fill in the rest of this place, and I'm just going to do a little bit of a time lapse, but essentially what we'll be doing is all the inner rows of the cobble, we'll be using our stripped birchwood logs to connect with the corresponding andesite. And then after that, we will remove all the dirt or grass and replace it with the birchwood planks. And I will do a little time lapse and be right back. Alright, so when you are done, you should have something that looks like this. Now we're just going to do the basic building up of all the blocks. So I'm just going to use some polished andesite for this. And from all the little nodes of the andesite, we're going to build up 5 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're just going to go up 5 on each of the andesite blocks. I'll be right back. Once you have built up all the andesite, we're now going to take our stone bricks, and then where all the cobble outline is, we will fill it with the stone brick up to the same height as the andesite. So I'll show you once, just like so, and I'm going to do this all the way around. Once you have built everything up plus 5, I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to grab a torch because where I'm on super flat, I'll be dealing with a host of bats, and I don't want to deal with that. So I'm going to fill this in really quick with some torches just to light it up because we're going to put a roof over this. So the first thing we're going to do is essentially mirror the floor. Actually, that's all we're going to do, except on the top level. So we're just going to mirror exactly what the floor plan has for us. So now that you have a raised portion of the building, we're going to go and do the basic molding of the keep and the little house attachment, if you want to call it that. So for the tower side, we're going to go up 9 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Mind you that this is off the large square. So I'm going to do that for all of these 4 from the large square, the 5 by 5. Then once you have your tower built up to, we're going to do the little bit of the peaked roof side. So the peaked roof, looking at the front entrance where the gate will be, or the door going in, it won't be this one, but it'll be the next one over, the 5 by 3. We're going to go up 1, 2, and 3. But to make it a little bit easier, I'm going to raise from the center 6 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, I'm going to keep the stone brick, and I'm just going to keep going up, but have it 1 less. Just like so. So on top of this, we're going to put our andesite staircases, which I forgot to grab. I'll get those in a second. But I'm going to mirror this onto this side. With your andesite stairs and andesite slab in hand, we're going to take our staircases going up all the way to the top, then vice versa on the other side, all the way to the bottom, or all the way to the top, whatever. Then put the slab right here on the top. Next, we're going to finish encasing the wall here. We're going to get our stone bricks again. And from both sides of the house structure, we're going to go all the way over, and then up a total of 3 times, like so. And again, on the other side, doing the same thing. Next, I grabbed some acacia planks, assuming that's how you pronounce that. And from underneath the second staircase, I'm going to drag those across like so, and then just following along the top stone brick of each row like that. So this way we get a bit of a peaked roof here. Now we're just going to do a little bit of minor detailing just to add a little change in the texturing here. I'm going to break each of the other stone bricks like that, replace it with staircases, and then have a second staircase going up over the top, the stone brick slab there with stone brick staircases going down, and then doing the same thing on that side. So you should have something that looks like that. But now we're going to go back to our stone brick, and we're going to fill in where the acacia planks are, like that, and then just bring this all the way to the top. Now that you have this side complete, we're going to go to the back side where the balcony will be, and from this point we're going to bring these stone bricks across like so, and then just fill it in from top to bottom. And same thing for this side for the other balcony, just straight across like so, and then fill it in with stone brick. Lastly, this side is the easiest. We're just going to fill it in 100% with stone brick. There, you should now have something that looks like that. Now, we did make a few little minor changes in this, and we're going to go back over and fix that right away. I'm going to take out my polished andesite. So from the front balcony, the large balcony side, I'm going to find the very middle. Then I'm going to go on flanking sides like so with andesite, build it up to door height, so 3 tall. Then I'm going to put a polished andesite staircase upside down like that. And then from the top or the bottom, I'm going to go straight up in a line like so and refill it with andesite bricks like that. And I'm going to put these through the middle sections. So I'm going to remove this stone brick like this and replace it with the andesite. I probably should have done this first. I kind of forgot about it. And then on the back side, the same thing. We're just going to go to that middle portion, bring it up with andesite, and one more time, but this one, just do it from the inside of it. There you go, like that. So now you should have a structure with a little bit more of an outline to it. Next, I'm going to go ahead and get the outline for my window. I'm going to break it from the inside, just so it's a little bit easier to know the height. So I know that the floor is right here. I'm going to break it right like that. 4 tall. 4 tall might be too tall, but that should work. So I'm going to place a stone brick staircase like that, and then one right there. You want a 2-high window just to give it a little depth. The pane will go right there in the dead center. Alright, now we need to give this building a little more character, and that's usually in the towers. In this case, they're not really towers, they're more like little battlements. So for that'll just be including the ones that come out twice from the main portions of the big square. So we're going to start with the front gate wall, a front gate door. It's not really a gate, it's more of a door. And we're going to raise the corners up by 1 like so. We're going to fill that front in with some cobble. Likewise, we're going to put some stone brick here and there. One more thing, just some polished andesite like so. Now this little gap area I'm going to fill in with the polished andesite, leaving this here just for some depth. And on the flanking sides of each of the stairs, I'm going to put a stone brick slab like that. Now for the front face, I'm going to place upside down andesite staircases on each corner, like so, and then one in the center. Mind you, this one's a little bit different because it has to incorporate the door. Now on top of those upside down staircases, I'm going to place andesite bricks like that, and then in between, I'm going to place the stone brick slabs like so. Now essentially we're going to be doing that same thing on all of the towers. So I'm going to show you again. So we're going to raise it once, except these ones are a little different. We're going to put an andesite slab there, a brick in the center, one there as well. Then in between, some stone bricks on each side. Andesite stairs in the center. Then andesite stairs upside down on each of the corners. And then polished andesite on top of all the upside down staircases and in between stone brick slabs, like so. Then right here where this lonely piece of andesite is, I'm going to put another one there, and then a stone brick slab here and a stone brick slab there. We got one more to do, which is the rear lone balcony, and I'm just going to do that one right now. There, just that little bit gave it a little extra character, but we're going to go back to the wall, and where you see these little open spots, we're going to add a stone brick staircase there, stone brick staircase there. Remind you, this is the front of the structure. Then I'm in between each of these, I'm going to put a stone brick slab like that. Then for the longer piece, I'm going to put a stone brick stair, both sides flanking like that, and then one here in the center. But then in between, I'm going to connect it to that centerpiece like so. There, just like that, you've added a lot of character to the front of the structure. And while I'm right here, this is starting to bother me. I'm going to fill those in with stone bricks like so. Now, continuing with the tower, or towers in this case, we're going to do the main tower now, and it's essentially the same exact thing. So on each of the andesite bricks, we're going to place andesite stairs upside down at the highest point. And then once you have done that, we're going to place the polished andesite on top of the upside down staircases. Now you might be thinking we'll be using the stone brick slabs in between, but we're not. We're going to be using the stone brick stairs. In fact, we're going to put them right side up and facing each other like so in between, just like that. There, it's finally starting to take its shape. A lot of it's going to have to do with the details, but we're not going to focus on those right now. In fact, we're going to go to the back side here with the lonely balcony and fix this a bit. So it's a bit close. I'm going to raise this by one like that, but I'm going to bring the stone bricks down all the way on both sides, and then right here I'm just going to put the staircase like so. And there you go. You have a nice little entryway there. So we're going to do a very, very minor detailing on the bottom, just to kind of give the bottom of the structure a little more shape. So where you see all the andesite touching down, I'm just going to put some staircases around them, just to make it, or give the appearance that the structure is being supported a little bit more than what it really is. So we're going to do this all the way around. Alright, so, well, now we need a door. We don't have one yet. So I'm going to go to the very front of the building. Mind you, this will be a little bit different just because we have to cut the door into spot because it's a little bit inset into the structure. So to do that, I'm going to remove the first 9 stone bricks, come inside a little bit, and underneath this stripped birch log, I'm going to place 3 more stone bricks. And then in between, on the flanking sides, I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, and 4 on both sides. 1 in the center, but then also a stone brick staircase upside down in the center. Now to make it pop a little bit more and get rid of some of this stone brick, I used 2 andesite staircases like so. Then I broke these stone bricks going all the way up and replaced it with some more andesite. I will make you all fans of andesite yet. That was bad. Next, we're going to go to the back side, and from the inside of the castle, actually, I'm going to set the other window, the adjacent window right here, break these andesite slabs, bricks, whatever, and I'm going to use polished andesite stone staircases like that. Again, leaving room for the window panes just like so. Now, we can do a little extra detailing. As you can see, I raised it a little differently along the castle. This way, it gives it a little more depth. Now, this is kind of like extra, and I do recommend you do it if you want to make it pop. So just go around, take a look, and, you know, add little blocks here and there that make it stand out a little bit more. I'm not going to get too much into details as that's just more or less artistic freedom. But in this case, we're going to go to this side. I'm going to grab the spruce doors, the fence posts, and the spruce trapdoors. Now around the windows, I like to add these little shutters like that. I'm going to do that for both windows. Then on the 2 door spots that we currently have, I'm going to place the spruce door like so. Now just to add a little more character, I'm going to take the oak fences. I'm going to place 1 here on this side, 2 there. Then I'm going to fly up to the top. Underneath here, what I did was I had the fences kind of like so, just to give a little bit of a breaking of texture. So it's not all one gray color, seeing how that side is a mixture of gray, green, and brown. This will be just brown and gray. And I'm going to do this all the way around, like so, a little bit different. Then these little joining pieces I had, like fences here and there, just to break it up still. And that's probably the extent of the details that I'll be doing. Maybe I'll place a polished andesite stone staircase like that. Maybe not there. So really, the last thing we need to do for it to be completed is just put the staircase in to go up. So to do that, you got to break these birch planks here, and you're going to start with your stone staircase from the very wall. So when you come in the door, go right and right here. So we're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then I did change it a little bit. I did stripped birch like this, just to kind of break up the textures with a plank there. And then to go up again, I added stone bricks, staircases like this. Now mind you, we're going to have to go up 1, 2, 3 times, then use bricks here, and then we're going to go up hugging the wall like this, and again using bricks again, and then one more tedious time, we got to go up at least 3 more times, and now we're at the top. So I need my stripped birch log, and we're going to drag that across from the middle andesite and then connect it across like so, and then fill in the rest with birchwood. And there we have it. We are done, minus a few things, and that mostly being the details on the outside. I am considering doing that as like an extra credit video if you guys so desire it. Just, you know, like my thought processing when it comes to detailing the outskirts of the building. But it's really pretty straightforward when you look at it. But if you guys want that, just let me know down in the comments. As for the basic build, I wanted to keep it simple and easy to understand. That said, you come inside, it's a pretty large open area. We do have a little bit of a mistake here, so I'm just going to fill in underneath the staircases with some stone bricks. Likewise, I'm going to go upstairs and do the same thing with this little bit of floating stair. And can't do anything about those ones, but that's quite alright. A nice open balcony, fairly large bedroom there, a little bit of a corridor here, and that's that. As for future builds, I do have a few ideas. Actually, the one that I wanted to do originally was this, with some invaders in my well, but that being said, I thought this would have been a little too much to start with, and maybe this would be a good future project that we can look forward to. And as for that, thank you very much for staying with me. If you are still here, it has been a while, and I hope to see you in the next video. See you later.